8 mythical creatures that might have actually existed, with real evidence. What if the monsters in ancient legends weren't fiction, but forgotten species we simply buried with time? What if the line between myth and memory is far thinner than we believe? 1. The Amphiptere. The myth. A winged serpent from European and Middle Eastern legends, half snake, half dragon. It was said to guard treasure or sacred places, often flying without legs. The reality. Some paleontologists believe these myths may stem from early encounters with massive snakes like the extinct titanoboa or gliding reptiles such as Coelurosaurus from the Permian period. Evidence. A tapestry in England from the 14th century depicts an Amphiptere eerily resembling flying lizards, centuries before such species were formally discovered. 2. The werewolf. The myth. Humans who shape-shift into wolves under the full moon, cursed or infected by a bite. The reality. Clinical lycanthropy is a real psychiatric disorder where people believe they are animals. But deeper roots trace to 15th century France, where reports of wolf men coincided with real wolf attacks. Evidence. Court records from 1521 detail the execution of Pierre Bergot and Michel Verdun for claiming to be werewolves, though modern historians argue they were likely serial killers hiding behind myth. 3. The Kraken. The myth. A tentacled sea monster said to drag ships beneath the waves, featured in Norse and Scandinavian tales. The reality. The giant squid, Archaeological, reaches over 40 feet and was dismissed as a myth, until a live one was filmed in 2006. Evidence. In 1870, a French Navy ship documented a real sea battle with a kraken that left massive suction wounds on the hull. It was likely a giant squid defending itself. 4. The roc. The myth. An enormous bird capable of carrying off elephants, common in Middle Eastern and Indian folklore. The reality. The now extinct Epiornis, or elephant bird, from Madagascar stood 10 feet tall and laid eggs the size of bowling balls. Evidence. Arab explorer Ibn Battuta wrote of a bird he saw during a voyage in the Indian Ocean that darkened the sky. It may have been based on real sightings of massive seabirds or distorted retellings of elephant birds. 5. The Ghoul. The myth. Flesh-eating demons from Arabic folklore that lurk in graveyards and feast on the dead. The reality. Stories of ghouls often arose during times of famine, plague, and war, when desecration of graves and cannibalism were terrifyingly real. Evidence. In ancient Mesopotamian tablets, creatures called utaku were described as feeding on corpses and stalking the night. These could be early descriptions of ghouls, or disturbed individuals. 6. The Yeti. The myth. The abominable snowman of the Himalayas, a large, ape-like humanoid spotted in remote mountain ranges. The reality. Many supposed Yeti sightings match the behavior and footprints of large bears. But indigenous Sherpa people maintain the Yeti is something older, and not quite bear. Evidence. In 1951, explorer Eric Shipton photographed unexplained footprints in the snow, far larger than a human's. DNA testing of Yeti hair has matched Himalayan brown bears, but not all samples are accounted for. 7. The Satyr. The myth. Half-man, half-goat beings from Greek mythology, known for mischief, music, and madness. The reality. Medical records from ancient and medieval eras mention children born with severe limb deformities and hypertrichosis, excessive hair growth, resembling beastly men. Evidence. Artworks from ancient Rome and Greece show satyrs with surprisingly human proportions, suggesting these figures may have been inspired by misunderstood conditions. 8. The Kelpie. The myth. A Scottish water spirit taking the form of a horse, luring riders before dragging them into the water to drown. The reality. Scholars believe this was a dark warning for children to avoid dangerous waters, but some link it to sightings of large aquatic creatures like lake sturgeons, which grow to 15 feet and have horse-like heads. Evidence. Multiple 18th-century Scottish journals describe water horses seen by entire villages, long before fantasy novels. The line between truth and legend is not as clear as we think. Ancient people may not have been imagining, they may have been remembering. So ask yourself, how many myths were just misidentified memories, waiting to be rediscovered? Subscribe to my channel where myth meets memory. Like if you've heard of any of these creatures. And tell us in the comments. What other mythical creature do you believe might have actually existed?